everyone, my name is Molli Nava, and I'm a student in the College of Media, Communications, and Information here at the University of Colorado Boulder in CMCI 1010. Today I'm talking about college students' religious exploration and involvement in their years spent at the university. Being an incoming freshman, I knew I wanted to find a faith-based community to explore my faith, ask all of my crazy weird questions, and meet people who thought like I did. After a quick Google search, I found the website for the Religious Campus Organizations and Center for Student Involvement, and quickly found that my search for a community sharing my religious beliefs was an easy click away. My experience finding a community, and now my experience being involved, has triggered my interest in the overall involvement and faith journeys of my fellow buffs. After doing some research and interviewing students and graduates, I've learned a lot about the different paths taken here in Boulder. I first interviewed Jordy Frankel, a freshman here at CU. Jordy grew up in a Jewish family and decided to join Hillel, a Jewish student organization, after her friend and CU alumni recommended it to her. She went to the first event at Half-Fast Subs and immediately felt at home.
Hillel provided me with a group of people to just go to at the end of the week and be like, relax and have a good time, because we do more than just eat dinner. We play Cards Against Humanity and we have rock climbing events sometimes, and we just do crazy things. It's awesome.
Jordy told me she got the opportunity to join the board at Hillel. She obviously loved the group and was definitely at home. I wanted to know what advice she had for those who don't feel that way yet. What advice do you have for those that are curious or questioning their own religious beliefs?
If anyone's questioning, I'd say to go for it. Just jump right into everything and see which place feels most comfortable to you. I know that Hillel is always welcoming anyone, Jewish or non-Jewish. If you're non-Jewish, people still come just because it's free food and a good time and good company. So if anyone's open to it, we're welcoming them.
I wanted to learn more about what other buffs were getting involved in, and found the Secular Students and Skeptics Society. This group provides a positive environment for non-theistic students to get together and discuss their ideas and beliefs. I got in contact with the president of the society, Senior Courtney Russell. Courtney is an atheist and self-proclaimed humanist who founded a skeptic society in her high school and then got reconnected her sophomore year in college. I was curious as to what motives she had for creating a group like this one and what she got from it.
I think there's a lot that people can learn and get from just getting together and discussing things. And for people that aren't theistic, there's not really an environment like church that religious people have where they can get together and get excited or find a sense of community for themselves. And sometimes that can lead you to feel isolated and alone, which you're not.
Courtney, like Jordy, seemed to have the whole involvement thing figured out, so I figured I'd ask for some advice from her as well.
Well, if you want to come check out our club, you definitely should. We're open to all sorts of beliefs and philosophies, and really just do what feels right to you. I personally came from a place that was very religious, and so when I started to kind of come into my atheism, it was pretty uncomfortable at first and scary, but you should never, never, never be afraid to be yourself and express what you feel, what you think, and be proud of that. Yeah.
Not everyone can jump right into any organization, though. College may be a time of questions and even big conversions. Father Peter Mussett, a priest at St. Thomas Aquinas, a Catholic church located on the Hill, experienced a hefty conversion in his time at the University of Northern Colorado. After feeling called to radically give his life over to God, he found a community for himself.
There was a group called Focus that had just gotten started, and I was a photographer, so I thought, Focus, I like that. I mean, that's what you do. You focus. And so I got hooked up with them and joined Bible studies. I was going to praise and worship. I mean, I caught fire. It was because it was the first time in my life that I could actually get a moral life going, because I actually had some support. I actually had community of other Catholics that were not weird, because the Catholic community before the Focus arrived, frankly, it was just weird. These kids I was like, I don't know if I want to be around them, which is a lot of people, that's what their experience of the religious are, is they're weird. And here I am with a gigantic afro and totally funked out, and I was one of the weird ones too. But these cats accepted me.
Father Peter, being the pastor at the university parish, works with college students most of the time and truly loves interacting with those going through what he had experienced himself. He says he loves the realness and the extreme generosity of young people as they try to find their place in the world.
Seeing how quickly people can be transformed in college too. It's just quick. It's like if you want to change, you change, and there's freedom to do that.
Yep.
You can change your friendships, you can change your spirituality, you can change everything, and as you go forward, it doesn't always mean it's good, and that's where you have ideas to balance it. You have generosity and the relationships that are in your life to balance it out.
And, of course, I couldn't leave without getting his advice either.
It's a laboratory. He said, go, put a hypothesis out there and test it with your whole life. And so you test things. You test things in the apostolic life, test things in the intellectual life, in your humanity and how you want to live. In your spiritual life, you do these things. If you look for meaning, I believe that you'll find it. I found it. Other people have found it. But if you don't seek it, then if you don't knock, the door's not going to be open.
College is a time of exploring yourself, your beliefs, and your identity. Not only are we learning academically, but we are also learning about ourselves. Everyone is traveling on a different path, and we all have endless options of where we choose to go. When it comes to finding a religious identity, or even a non-theistic identity, CU has many resources to help you out. The Religious Campus Organizations, or RCO website, helps organize the hundreds of different spiritual and religious groups. If you are curious, lost, or seeking a home, test it out. There's a place for everyone, and you're sure to find where you belong.